axed to death at the woodpile was Roy's son. I guess when he was called to the scene and he saw that it was his own Joey all hacked to pieces, I guess he used the Jason thing to cover up. God only knows why Roy kept it hidden all these years, but he did. Roy was a real loner. Never talked to us. Not even to the other paramedics.
Come on, Roy. Get your hands dirty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for watching. So, Roy Burns. I mean, that name alone is enough to start heated debates amongst horror movie fans. Especially Friday the 13th fans. You either love him or you hate him. It's kind of 50-50. But, who is Roy Burns? And where the hell did he come from? And why? Well, we're going to find that out and a whole lot more in the next 13 minutes. Stay tuned.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Friday the 13th Part 4. The final chapter came out April 13th, 1984, with a US box office of almost 33 million. But final chapter my ass, because less than a year later, on March 22nd, 1985, Paramount Pictures would release Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning.
But actually, this movie is just more leftover recycled garbage from the last 4 times around.
If I leave it open that way and give him that look at the end, that maybe that will be a good thing and create a part 5, 6, 7.
So, besides Joe Zito leaving the final chapter open at the end, who's really responsible for the creation of Roy? According to the Friday the 13th Bible, also known as Crystal Lake Memories, producer of the film Tim Silver explains the original script they had wasn't gonna work. Might have even got an X rating. So Danny hired a writer friend of his, and they rewrote the entire thing.
I went up to Boston to sign on as a director and writer. I believe I signed right there. I had told my son that I was offered Friday at 5, and he kind of went ballistic.
So with a lot of things, especially horror movies, this movie's kind of divided 50-50. I mean, everybody has an opinion of it. They love it, they hate it, some people stand up for it, and some people just want nothing to do with it.
The internet is full of people's love and hate for movies. Friday the 13th Part 5 is no exception. Just like this guy right here, who says the new beginning should have never begun, that it's a pointless revamping and a waste of an hour and a half of your life. Other people like this person say, Roy's weak, slow, not scary. Friday the 13th's very own Harry Manfredini feels that way about Part 5.
Friday 5 felt like a Jason film, but in my heart I knew it wasn't. The essence of that picture is Jason, and not about, like, well, Jason can be someone who kills for some whatever reason or something like that. That's not it.
That's the way you feel. Forget it, Vic. Just forget it. but I think you're really out of line.
Part 5 was truly a departure because they went in a totally different direction.
But they're not all negative comments about Part 5. In fact, some people actually like it. Say it's better than the last one, a good comeback, one of the better ones, and better than Part 4. But it goes about 50-50, as some say that it's the worst movie in the franchise, and others say that it's kick-ass. The men responsible for bringing Roy Burns to life? One was Dick Weiland, who played Roy as he was a paramedic. The other? Stuntman Tom Morga.
Where he got the idea to try to be Jason was in the news. He was counties away, but he was in the news, and everybody knew who he was. What is going to make me want to kill all these people?
In 5, A New Beginning, they, of course, everybody has always said, you know, it's an imposter. I had a Jason mask that had the little blue diamonds on it as opposed to the red. I wasn't trying to differentiate. I was trying to be Jason at all times, because the point of it was that this was a Jason character, and if the audience would buy that this is Jason, that's what we're looking for, and we'd reveal what it was later.
In fact, I had to sign a statement saying that I would not divulge the ending of the film to anyone.
Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, might not be the best in the entire Friday the 13th series, but it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and that's keep the series alive.
It was opening, I think, in 2,000 theaters across the country in 1984. That was a lot. Frank Mancuso called me late that night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He was so excited, you know, saying these numbers are like the golden times. This is unheard of.
Now, it's kind of crazy to think that Roy had a higher body count in this film than Jason had in the previous ones. I know, Roy killed more people than Jason. But Jason is one of the all-time greatest horror icons. And comparing Roy to him just doesn't seem fair. But how does Roy rank against some of horror's other human slashers?
Better up.
I'll remember this night for the rest of my life.
Of course. So will I.
So, you know, I can remember watching this movie when I was a kid, and it really scared the crap out of me, you know. I didn't know that it wasn't Jason, and I really didn't care as long as he had the hockey mask, you know, he was Jason. And I think that's kind of what the people at Paramount thought, that, you know, it's just a guy in a hockey mask, and no one will know the difference. But they got that completely wrong, you know. Jason is more than just a guy in a mask, you know, he's a whole character. But I can also kind of see where they wanted to do something different. You know, it is the 5th movie in the series, and they kind of added like a Saw-like twist to it, you know. But at the end of the day, Jason or not, it's still a really good, you know, whodunit kind of slasher horror film. And, you know, that's great. I can't really rate the film on effects and whatnot because a lot of the time, like in the earlier Friday the 13th, it kind of happens so fast. You see a knife, you see an axe, you know, a scream, a scary sound, and that's it. But it was classic Friday the 13th, and it had the highest body count of any of the Jasons at that time. So I really can't hate this movie. You know, I don't have a favorite Friday the 13th, but if I had to pick one, I mean, this one would definitely be probably top 5 for me. It is the last true Friday the 13th, you know what I mean? Like, with the formula, the kills, and the shocking ending, and the whodunit. So, if you haven't seen this movie, which I don't know why you would be watching this and not see the movie, but if you haven't seen it, go watch it, and if you have seen it, go watch it again, because it's a really good movie, and I think that it's kind of underrated. I think, you know, people hate on it because of the lack of Jason, but you really don't even know that until the very ending, and I think that it really adds more to the Crystal Lake mythology, you know, the history. Alright, so that's all the time that we have for today. I'm going to wrap this up, but I hope that if you're one of those people that didn't like Friday the 13th Part 5 because it didn't have Jason, that maybe you would look into it and maybe rediscover it. And if you're one of those people that do like Friday the 13th Part 5, then I hope that you found this entertaining. And please tune in next time, because we got plenty more on the way. Thanks for watching, guys.